we can see in the sunscreen market, अलग अलग sunscreens में अलग अलग SPF होता है, like 20, 30, 50. Does that matter? Because obviously they say that more SPF blocks out sunlight, blocks out more harmful UV rays, but is there a scenario in which a person should choose the SPF based on their skin?
SPF means sun protection factor.
Okay.
So SPF has got nothing to do with the skin type.
Okay.
SPF means, actually it shows how much UVB protection is there. So SPF 30 reduces the effect of UVB rays up to say 90%. SPF 50 reduces up to 97%. SPF 100 reduces up to 98%. So you see, the skin is protected more if you use a higher SPF. So this is for UVB radiation, which is the major cause of cancer. Yeah, sorry.
अगर SPF इतना अच्छा होता है, then why doesn't everybody just use SPF 100 and just get it over with?
So you see, SPF 100, see, sunscreen is not the only force to prevent sun damage. Right. So I'll come to this point just after I answer this question, that why not everybody uses SPF 100? So because it is not very readily available, then it is expensive, and then it is a bit, the patients are not very comfortable with it, the people, because it's a bit messy. The chemicals used in the sunscreen, they appear like whitish on the skin. People are able to find out something has been put and things like that. And above all, the difference of protection is not too high. So you see, SPF 50 is going to give me 98% protection already, right? And SPF 100 will give me 99. So
negligible difference.
Yes, that's it. See, and
you were going to come back to the point that sunscreen is not the only way to prevent damage.
Yes. So in order to prevent skin damage, we should rely upon other things also other than sunscreen. So one thing is full baju ke kapde.
Sure.
So long sleeved shirts, full pants, then wide brimmed hat and sunglasses. Those sunglasses especially which can cover your lateral parts also.
Okay.
And the cloth which you are using, suppose somebody is using cloth on the face also, or you are using full sleeves. So the cloth should be preferably cotton cloths and a bit thicker, so that if you put the cloth in front of light, you are not able to see through it. In that case, you will be assured that, okay, this is protecting me from the sun, and it should not be very loose and flowing. It should be preferably skin hugging and thick white cotton cloth. Then you'll be protected.
Okay. So we have talked a lot about how UVB rays can be stopped by the SPF factor in our sunscreen. Are UVA rays similar?
Yes, so UVA rays are similar, but they are also harmful and they get inside the skin and damage. But in order to find out how much your sunscreen is beneficial against UVA, you need to see the PA++++ sign.
Achha.
So if you see your sunscreen label, everybody wants to see the SPF, but I think all of us should see for the PA++++ sign also. If there is 1+, it is not as effective as the 4+. So the 4+ is up to 90% effective, and it should be the choice. So the next sunscreen you are going to buy, see for SPF along with PA++++.
The Twachaa by Saraswat sunscreen that we both have made in collaboration, we have designed it in a way that it can be used up to 2 to 3 times per day. And it can be used 2 to 3 times per day without adversely affecting the skin health of the user. But there are some other sunscreens on the market which claim to be very ferocious against sun damage, but naturally they're also very, very bad for our skin. How does someone know how much they should apply a sunscreen, and how does someone know if their sunscreen is actually even working? Because for someone like my complexion, I have a kind of an olive complexion. If I put sunscreen, if I don't put sunscreen, I don't know in the first few weeks. I have to see it for a long time. How would you recommend people to tackle that?
So first of all, we understand when the sun goes against us. So if I go out in the sun and I feel my skin is turning red, or I feel there is some itching in my skin when I'm in the sun, it means the sunlight is not suiting me. I should immediately go to the shade and I should talk to my doctor. So when people come to me and ask for a suggestion for a sunscreen, then there are, as you said, there are certain chemicals in sunscreen which are told by US FDA, which are not good for the skin, and there are certain which are okay for the skin. They can be applied. So you can get that list. But for the normal people, a sunscreen, which sunscreen is best for me? That sunscreen which I like to apply every time. That is best for me because my skin is not sensitive to it. I do not feel the wrath of sun when I'm in the sun using that sunscreen. And when I reapply that sunscreen, I don't feel the stickiness, any whitish layer on my skin, and I feel good about it. So when I have such a sunscreen or I am given such a sunscreen by some prescription, I need to apply that